Hi, what's your name?
Good morning. My name is Craig Pivo.
Craig, good to know you.
Thank you.
Why don't we start off and give me a little background on yourself?
Well, gosh, I'm a pharmacist, clinical pharmacist. I've worked in many different capacities in the industry. I've worked in hospital pharmacy as a clinical pharmacist. I've worked as a medical liaison for a Fortune 100 company, and I've worked as an independent pharmacy owner. I've done quite a few things. My career actually began, gosh, as a little boy, growing up in my father's drugstores. And I went to the University of Southern California, graduated the youngest in the history of the school to receive a doctorate degree.
Really?
From the School of Pharmacy. Yeah.
The youngest person to receive a doctorate.
The youngest ever. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's quite a distinction.
It's a pretty neat thing. It's a pretty neat thing. You know, I believe I'm a thought leader. I'm somebody that can, in my business, you need to be able to articulate scientific information to physicians and other practitioners. I believe I am a strong leader of other people in my industry because of my background. Yeah.
Well, if I ask you, when you say leader, well, how would you characterize your style? How do you lead people? How do you motivate people?
Well, I would say an educator. An educator to me is somebody that has expertise in their field, but is constantly learning new things about their field. So an educator is somebody that can bring the expertise, has an open door policy, almost like a professor at the front of a lecture hall, if you will. And people look up to them, but they're more than willing to give direction, to give help, to give ideas about how to get something accomplished, but not give that person, you know, or the whole pie at one time of go ahead and go do this on your own. So you know, I like creating independence amongst people, and I like to bring the team together.
Okay. Well, give me an example of where that's paid off for you. Share maybe an accomplishment with me that you're proud of.
Well, I owned an independent pharmacy, and I had I was watching the margins in my pharmacy decrease consistently. So I went into a different business. I opened up a second business. I opened up a medical supply company selling, you know, orthopedic braces and wheelchairs and walkers and things of that nature.
Oh, yeah.
And I put it out on the internet, and it was very successful, especially in a local, regional area. I went and marketed it to all the physicians in the area. But what I didn't realize was going on is my drug wholesaler was actually looking at my website often and showing my website to different pharmacies, different people in their organization. The CEO was showing people all over in their organization. And what happened, because of my out-of-the-box thinking of bringing in new business, new market share into my local pharmacy, I got a phone call from them, and they were opening a new company called Enhanced Information Services. And they asked me to come on board as the medical liaison and director of marketing and go out and show other pharmacies, there's over 1,200 Good Neighbor pharmacies, they're called, across the nation, how I was doing it, how I was creating new market share for me to hopefully sustain their businesses, which were having the same problems at the time.
Facing the same challenges you
exactly.
were. Yeah, very good. So you were sort of the leader in that area.
I was. Yeah. So yeah, I was the face of their company for about 3 years. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess bottom line, if a company's got several good candidates, or an organization, they're looking at several good candidates, I mean, why should they choose you?
Well, I think it's based on, you know, business knowledge, clinical background, the ability to really articulate that scientific data to the clinician that we're speaking to. I think that's just vital, especially with the positions that I'm looking to get into. Physicians are tough sells. They want somebody that's educated, that can speak their language and speak, you know, and understand where they're coming from. So I think that my scientific expertise, my business project management skills, and my communication skills are the reasons you should pick me.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Craig, I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Okay, thanks a lot.